how many of you think you have no control over your life? I mean, one of you here could be thinking like, nothing is in my control and somebody is playing the game. You're just feeling like a puppet in somebody else's hands. Or how many of you feel, you're the victim every day in every situation, right? You don't take the driver's seat, somebody else is driving you all the time. Or, you could be somebody who's believing that everything is predestined, right? This is going to happen in a certain way. No matter how hard I try, there's no use. Things like these, right? All these talks inside your mind all the time. Now, I have some good news today. I'm going to be showing you in the next 30 minutes that you have the ability to create the life that you really desire. All right, and let's take a look at how you can do that. A very, very good afternoon and warm welcome to all our participants today. This is Naseema Abdul, and I'm a certified holistic life coach. And I've been in this wellness segment for the last decade, and I've had so many clients, whose life has been transformed drastically with the use of right techniques for empowering their mind, body, and soul. So today I'm very excited to be sharing about my tryst with the secret, and I hope this is of some help to all of you. So today we'll be taking a look at some of the most powerful laws of the universe. The universe that you live in. You are not a single person. I'm sure all of you will agree to it, right? You're not a single person, and everything is interconnected, right? In this entire cosmos, in this entire universe, we're all working together. Every word that you say, every thought that you think is shaping not only your reality, but everything else in the universe as well. And that will be something very deep for somebody who's hearing it for the first time. But today, let's take the baby steps. Let's take some small steps to understanding how you can create your own reality, right? So there are many laws, some very powerful laws that govern this universe all the time. And you, me, and every single soul on this planet is governed by these laws. For example, what are these laws that I'm talking about? How many of you have heard the law of the law of gravity, right? There's this law of gravity. You must have done this lesson in your science class somewhere in your 7th or 8th grade. I don't remember when, but I'm sure you came across this law. What does the law state? You have something here. You just drop it. And what happens? The law of gravity takes over, and it just pulls and attracts it to the ground, right? Now, imagine you're doing this. I'm giving this to you, and you're going to do this. Do you think it'll work? 100%, right? It will work no matter who's the person who's doing it, whether it's me, whether it's you, whoever it is, even a little child, the law acts the same, right? And what's interesting is the law works from anywhere. Like, tomorrow I fly to the US and I drop it from there. It still holds good because this law is irrespective of who you are, where you're doing it from, what state of financial situation you're in currently. Nothing matters. Nothing really matters. The color of your skin or anything, nothing matters. The law holds good for anyone, right? So similarly, there are some very, very powerful laws in the universe that work no matter what. Whoever you are, it'll work for you. And we're going to, try to understand or decode a little bit more about one super powerful law today that's driving your life. So let's see what it is. This is called, the secret. It's popularly called as a secret because it was kept as a secret for so many years. Not many of them know about this. So, even now when I talk about the secret to people, they're like, really? Does it work like that? So, not many of them are aware. And the tragedy is these things are not even taught in our schools, not even in colleges. Our parents, most of the time, they are also unaware of such essential life tools, life skills, right? We learn so many things from our schooling and college days, but more than the physics or more than the history, geography, whatever is taught, I think these life skills are a must have for every child so that your life becomes very, very beautiful and you are the creator, the master of your own life, right? So yeah. So I'm going to tell you that you can actually change your thoughts and you can change your world if you can change the way you think. I mean, like everything, you are just an output of your thoughts, right? However weird it seems today, if you're hearing it for the first time, I'm sure some of you might not even believe what I say, but trust me when I say this, you are just what you think, right? So today, whatever your thoughts are, that is what has brought you here, right? And tomorrow, wherever you are going to go, that is also only because of your thoughts. Now let's take a little bit, closer. Let's look at it a little bit closer. So I'm a very firm believer that your external reality, everything that happens in your external world right now, is nothing but a reflection of your inner thoughts. And this holds true at any circumstance, at any given point of time, right? So, for example, how am I able to say this for sure? Because think about it. Today, everything, whether it is your health, whether it is your relationships, whether it is your financial condition, the career you've chosen, the family life, whatever it is all just a manifestation of your thought process, right? So, for example, somebody, maybe one of you has done medicine or engineering, whatever courses you've done. How did it happen? Do you think it magically happened overnight? Not possible, right? How did it happen? Have you ever thought about it? One fine day, you must have had this thought, okay, let me, go and do this course. And, then you'd start talking to people about it, how you can, join the correct college, what course is best for you, what specialization you have to do, and things like that. And then the entire universe conspires in your favor, right? You are able to meet the right person, you're getting the right opportunity at the right time, and then things follow. That's what happens, and finally you end up in the right place at the right time, and you become a very successful doctor or engineer or whatever profession you've taken. That's what it is. Anything, just think about it. It is just the whatever triggers, is just a thought. Triggers your life is just a thought. So how does actually thoughts influence your reality? Now, what you think directly affects how you feel and how you act, right? You have this thought for some time, and then it keeps lingering inside your mind all the time, and then you form a feeling out of it, right? And then that creates an impact on how you're going to act, the actions that you take, right? So everything is interconnected, and the starting point is always just a simple thought. Now, if you think you're a failure, I'm sure you'll end up being one. But if you think you're a great success, that's exactly what you'll become. And there's nobody who said this better than Henry Ford. He says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. Right? That is how impactful every thought is. Now, once you understand the significance of every thought, and how it manifests as reality, I'm sure nobody will dare to think or dream of a negative thought, because it is going to manifest. It's just about a matter of time. Sooner or later, it is going to manifest. But again, there are a lot of techniques, there are a lot of tools that you can use in your life to make sure that you think the right thoughts, because sometimes it's out of your control, right? There's this inner mind chatter 24/7. Suppose, you have a great opportunity in front of you. You want to go take action and do something about it. This inner voice I'm talking about, it immediately pops up and says, you know what, don't do that. Maybe it's too hard for you. Maybe you'll end up as a failure. What if people laugh at you? What if your parents, think that you're a total mess? What if your friends are going to, humiliate you? All these random things that keep popping up in your head all the time, we call it the mind's chatter. These can really, take us off track and give us very, very unwanted situations in our life. So there are proven tools and techniques with which you can start thinking the right way, so that you start living the life that you dream of. So how exciting can that be, right? And I've been practicing this and teaching it to so many people in the past, and trust me, once you know how powerful this stuff is, your life will change significantly. Now, today I'm going to talk about one amazing law in particular. This law, we just spoke about the law of gravity, right? There are several laws that affect you, but there's one particular law which has been kept as a secret for so many thousands of years, and this is called the law of attraction. Yes, you read that right. It's called the law of attraction. Now, what is it? In very, very, very simple terms, what is it? It's nothing but like attracts like. I'm sure you know this, like attracts like. But just that we're not able to, understand and wrap our head around how powerful this stuff is. Now, sometimes you might feel very, very excited or enthusiastic about something. You could be very passionate, and obviously, the feelings are very happy, joyful, and you're very thankful and appreciative for everything that happens around you. And you have these abundance thoughts that keep coming all the time. And what happens when you're in that level? You, without even you consciously knowing, you're able to attract all the positive things into your life, like the right person, the right opportunity, the right event, everything falls in place. And in turn, that positive energy will attract everything that you want, and you start resonating in the same frequency. Now, this optimism that is effortlessly brought into your path of life will allow you to reach your goals. End of the day, that is what we all want, right? What do we want? We all have clear cut ideas or dreams about the way we want to live our life, but without knowing the basics, we are trying to build some very, very big things into our lives. So on the other hand, if you're feeling bored, very fearful, stressed, anxious, and angry, then what happens? These are all negative thoughts, negative emotions, and definitely that is also going to affect our life. If that holds true, if positivity or optimism holds true, I'm sure negativity or pessimism also holds true. That negative energy will repel positivity and attract pessimistic people and events into our life. And this is a universal law that works no matter what. Today, if you're listening to this for the first time, today I want you all to just imprint this inside your brain forever. Never, never forget this. That's why we say every thought is very, very powerful. You should know how you must use it in your favor, right? So imagine that your mind is like a very, very, very powerful magnet. Okay, you are the most powerful magnet in this entire universe. You contain a magnetic power within you that is more powerful than anything, and this is unfathomable. Okay, and these laws, I mean these thoughts and whatever you emit outside, that is going to bring the reality that you deserve. So today I'm going to teach you how you can claim your superpower. Everybody has a superpower. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it your pot of gold, your Midas touch, where you touch everything and it turns into gold. This is your holy grail. Whatever you want, this is it. God has given it to you and sent you into this world. But sadly, not many of us are aware, and not many of us are able to understand how we can use these techniques effectively to live our dream life. So what can these concepts do? You can make anything you wish a reality, from healing your body to attracting your soulmate, passing the exams. It could be simple things to very, very big things in your life. It could start from little things, like where you're in the traffic signal and you want a green light. Now you're in a hurry for a meeting or whatever, and you're just thinking of that green signal. When you align with the laws of the universe, you actually get the green like that, and you get to go wherever you want to go on the time. So literally anything that you want can be manifested using these simple but powerful tools. Now you control your life in every way using your mind, right? That is why you should know how to empower. And it dictates every life experience for you. Literally every experience that you have right now is because of your thoughts and your mind. Power, complete power to change your life at any given moment. And I don't want you to forget that forever. So that's why I'm going to share a little bit about how I use these techniques and how my life has been transformed. So um, I was, a very, very, very shy person, girl who doesn't participate in any extracurricular activity and all things like that. But slowly, my mindset changed. And as I was looking forward to more beautiful things in life, today I'm a whole new person sitting in front of you. So, you can start manifesting. I'll tell you how, I started believing in it. When I was a child, somewhere around 7th or 8th grade, I remember somebody asking me, what do you want to become in your life? And randomly, as a little child, I just said, I'm sure I don't want to do any of these jobs or anything. I want to be a businesswoman, I want to be an entrepreneur. And today, if I look at it, that is what I am. I have my own business. I'm a very, very passionate entrepreneur. So every thought, everything will manifest, as I told you, sometime or later. And when I was in my 12th grade, I was not a very smart student. I'm a very hardworking student. I wanted to get a centum in my maths. And my 12th board exams, that's exactly what I got. I got a centum in my maths. So if you're talking about health, yes, my health has improved drastically. It's been about 10 years plus since I've taken one pill or visited a doctor or anything like that. By God's abundant grace, I'm totally healthy. I've improved my health drastically. And if you're talking about my career, though I wanted to, become a businesswoman, immediately I didn't know how that could happen. Like every parent in India, my mother also wanted me to be an engineer, and that's what I went into. And I was a successful computer engineer. I was in IT, but somehow the universe aligned for me, and I ended up being a very successful entrepreneur in the wellness segment. And I have a wonderful daughter. I'm married to my soulmate, and the life that I'm living today is totally a dream come true. And I will tell you that I exactly manifested, attracted it into my life. So if you can do it for you, imagine how powerful that can be, right? So I'm going to give you just 3 steps on how you can start taking those baby steps. One day, 30 minutes is too small to understand everything. But I'm just going to give you 3 simple steps in how you can start implementing these techniques, okay? How the law of attraction can start working for you, how you can start thinking the right thoughts so that you get the right outcome. So first step is very, very simple. Ask the universe for what you want. If you're giving me that look like, what, is it that simple? Yes, it is that simple. Just ask for what you want. Like a little baby which will not worry about what will happen, will this happen, there's no doubt, right? The baby just cries for milk and immediately the mother comes for rescue. That's how it is. You just be that person who wants something, but you must be very, very clear about what you want, right? Because the more clear you are about what you want and the intentions that you set for are very, very genuine, then it can manifest beautifully, right? The more focus you have, the easier it will be for you to attract those things into your life. The more you focus on what you do want instead of what you don't want, the faster you will manifest, right? Because sometimes it's like there's a lot of clutter inside our heads. Today we want something, tomorrow we want something else, and then the day after tomorrow it's a totally new thing. So every day if you keep sending mixed signals like that, what will the universe give you, right? So please understand, set clear intentions of what exactly you want, and then you will start attracting it with your subconscious mind, right? So for example, if I have to give you an example, it's like you or your friend, suppose your friend calls you one day and says, what, I want this particular kind of sari or, shirt, whatever, I want this, and can you get it for me? Now, without giving any details, right, without giving much details, what can you actually get for her or him? What can you actually get, right? You don't know what is her taste like. You don't know, what color choices, which store to go pick it up from, what budget she has in mind. Nothing we know, right? But if your friend calls you up and says, what, I want this particular Banaras sari from this particular shop, and my budget is about 4K to 5K, whatever, things like that, then imagine how easy it is for you, right? All you have to do is just go there, pick it up and come. So the similar concept is applied to how the universe treats you. So when you tell the universe, you must be very, very clear about what you want, and the more details you give, the better it is for making it a reality, right? So ask, and it is given. It's like this genie lamp, right? You rub the lamp, and then the genie comes and says, hey boss, what do you want, right? It's a similar thing. The universe is always your best friend. It has your back at any given point of time, and it is always ready to serve you. We just have to understand how this mechanism works and become a master at it, right? So the second step is, again, a very, very simple thing to do, but not many of them can put their heads around this and make it happen, because again the negative thoughts will pop in. But you, as somebody who wants to become a powerful manifestor, you must start believing that you will get what you want. This is one step where a lot of people mess it up. If you doubt the process, you're sending wrong signals again. So you need to have 100% faith in what you want. How can someone progress if they keep pressing the accelerator at one point of time and immediately they press the brake? You don't go anywhere, right? So you have to give it your all. You have to believe that this is going to happen. The problem is most people have limiting beliefs, right? That keep limiting them all the time. Where do we get them from? From our parents, from our schooling, the teachers, whatever they told you. Maybe they told you, you can't be successful in your life. Maybe they told you you are, not a performer. And anything that they have told you, that will influence you. That's where all these limiting beliefs, unwanted beliefs are set up, and you can never ever come out of that, right? You've heard about this. I'm sure all of you have heard about this, baby elephant story. As a baby elephant, what happens? The person who's the caretaker, he actually ties that small chain around its leg so that it doesn't run away, right? And this elephant, it keeps trying, and it works for hours and days together to somehow magically jump out of the chain and live a life full of freedom. But it's not happening. So it just tries for about 2 days, 3 days, 1 week or whatever, and then leaves. And what happens is, subconsciously, this baby elephant believes that it can never ever break the chain. And guess what happens? Even as a giant adult elephant, this thought or the beliefs that went into that baby elephant just limits this elephant from breaking free of that tiny little chain. Actually, when compared to the size that it is today, it can easily come out of that chain, but it is not able to because of that thought process. So this is very similar, and it holds true to a lot of adults today. Not necessarily elephants, even human beings. We're all stuck with all those limiting beliefs that we are never able to come out of. Unless and until you get a coach for yourself, you learn how to come out of it, it's going to always keep us inside the invisible prison, right? So this is very, very important. Always have faith in the process and always believe that you can receive whatever you want. The third step here is receiving what you want. Now, how do you actually receive? So first step is asking what you wanted with clear intention. Second is you actually believe that it's going to happen to you for sure without any doubts. What is the third step? Receiving, right? Now, how do you receive? Now, you can practice this feeling. So I'll give you one clue. You will have to start feeling these emotions already, that it has already happened. Like, you must not worry about whether it has already happened to you or not. Suppose you want a car, you're dreaming of the dream car, right? Today you believe that it is already with you, and you start behaving like you already own that car, right? You go to the store. Suppose you want a BMW, you go to the store, talk to the person there, take a test drive. What will you do when you actually can buy the car? That you start doing today, and start feeling those little moments of joy, and that beautiful feeling. Bring that feeling so that the universe is able to manifest it much faster. What will happen is, this will activate your subconscious mind to make these imagined feelings a reality. Remember, everything that you can imagine is almost real. Okay, so have your imagination get you in the right direction and make things possible. So these are the very, very, very simple techniques that anybody can follow. Of course, there is a lot more to it. It's not as simple, but you start taking the baby steps, and you will start little positive signals coming to you. Now, when they show up, you must be a positive person and say, oh my God, thank you so much for that. If you're like, oh no, you know what, I asked that, I'm not able to get that yet, all these negative emotions, again, you're suppressing everything down. So always stay positive and believe that you will get it. Now, 99% of the wealth in the world is actually owned by just 1% of the population. And I don't believe that could be a coincidence in any way, right? Do you believe it? Everything, all these, everybody, who doesn't want financial freedom? Who doesn't want surplus money, right? Who doesn't want to come out of debts? or live a life of their own choice, a great lifestyle, international travels whenever they want, wherever they want. Everybody dreams of all this, right? But why do you think only 1% of the world's population is able to manifest it and live the way they want? It's because they know how the mind works. They know the power of their thoughts. They apply all these techniques, and that's why they are where they are, right? And I'm very excited to be teaching you in the next few classes, like how we can make this work for you. So if you're thinking, oh, this might have worked for you, this might have worked for very few people, do you think it can work for me also? If you have those doubts, let me clear it. Let me show you some people who we all know. They're very, very, very popular people, world-renowned people, but you may not know that these people actually applied these techniques to achieve the lives that they want. This giant personality that he is, our very own Mahatma Gandhi ji. He says, a man is but the product of his thoughts, what he thinks he becomes. What he thinks he becomes, as simple as that, right? So, imagine this humble personality that he was. Do you think it's possible for somebody to fight an entire, nation in getting us freedom? We owe this life to him big time, right? We are able to speak whatever we want, whenever we want, go out wherever we want, everything, right? How was it possible? Because somebody like him believed that he can get it even without, violence. He was a firm believer of ahimsa, right? And if he can believe that, that is simply because of the power of his thoughts, the power of his belief system. And it, became a reality for all of us, right? So that is the power of you as a human being. And I want each one of you to understand how powerful you are. Now, let me take you through a couple of slides to help you understand this better. I'm sure most of you know her. That's the world-renowned Oprah Winfrey. And how many of you know that she was a very, very, very oppressed child? She had very abusive childhood. Her parents and grandparents didn't treat her well, and she was always abused. And today, she's one of the most influential women on this planet. She's the very, very popular, talk show host, right? And she has billions and billions of dollars of assets, and she's a great philanthropist, and she's a wonderful soul, right? And in several of her interviews, she said that you can create the highest, grandest vision possible for you because you become what you believe. As simple as that. So if she can do it, you can do it as well, right? So let's take one more personality here, Arnold. Everybody loves him for the body that he has, and he was continuous Mr. Universe for 7 times, consecutive times. 7 times he won the Mr. Universe title. And he says, where the mind goes, the body will follow. As simple as that. Because it's humanly it's impossible to create a body that he created, right? If you see some of the pictures, even today, you can just after the session go check out the pictures of how he has that, muscles built up. It's unbelievable. But he believes in the power of his mind that it is easily possible, and that's why he manifested it. So I'm just showing you a glimpse of how powerful this stuff is, right? So all I'm trying to share today is that your life will change as you begin to change your thoughts and feelings. No matter how hard things seem today, your financial conditions could be, very, very dry, or, your relationship issues, or, anything, whatever it is, your health deteriorating, whatever it is, forget the issue. If only you can apply these techniques, if only you can understand how your mind works and start thinking the right thoughts from today, from this moment, I promise you your life will change big time, and you will be so thankful that you started practicing these techniques much early, right? So this is what I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And, I'll just open up another 5 minutes for Q&A. Anybody wants to ask something or say something, you can feel free to do it. Right? Thank you so much.